So this video is in continuation to the last video of future value of an annuity. Here we solve one or two general problem, and we'll try to understand the future value of an annuity in a greater detail. So suppose we want to solve this problem. Suppose we have decided to deposit 50,000 per year in a public provident fund for 20 years. What will be your accumulated amount in your PPF account after 20 years if the interest is 12% per annum and that remains constant throughout, right? So whenever we get a problem, our basic approach of handling a problem is to draw a timeline. In a timeline, we first draw different points. Suppose it is year 1, 2, 3, 4 to year 20. So let me write that this is we are starting at year 0, then year 1, year 2, and then we are moving towards year 20. What we are doing here, we are starting. So if we assume that we are depositing our first installment of 50,000, here, right? First installment of 50,000 at this point, say 50k, first installment of 50,000 at this point, and then we are depositing same amount in every year. The last installment will come at this point at the end of year 20. Then this is a cash flow which we call a cash flow of ordinary annuity or cash flow of deferred annuity. Now in this kind of cash flow, we are actually trying to know or trying to understand what will be the value at the end of year 20. That means I'm trying to calculate the value at value in future, and as these cash flows are equal, so this is the future value of an annuity problem. So once I identify the problem, then it becomes very easy. What I have to do, just I have to apply a future value of an annuity formula, right? Now what is my future value of an annuity formula here? Let me clean this screen first. My future value of an annuity is, let me write future value of an annuity, FVA, right? I just want to calculate how much it will become after 20 years. So this is equal to my annuity figure, my A, right, into 1 plus R whole to the power n minus 1 whole divided by R, right, whole divided by R. My annuity is 50,000. Every year I am depositing 50,000, right, into 1 plus my interest is 12% per annum, so 0.12, right, to the power, it is for 20 years, to the power 20 minus 1 whole divided by 0.12, right? So if I solve this part, I get an answer of 50,000 into the solution of this particular part will be 72.052 right? Let me see if I have this value in my table or not. 72.052. So it is 12 years, and in this particular case I have to do it for 20. I have to do it for 20 years, right? So once I go to 20 years, if I have the value here, say 20 years, 72.052, right? That is the value here. So let me go back. So if I write 72, I can directly write the value from there instead of calculating it, right? So my answer will be 36 lakhs. Once you calculate 36 lakhs, 2,600, right? So if you deposit this amount for 20 years, right, and your deposit earns 12% rate of interest, then after 20 years the future value will become 36 lakhs 2,600. So this is how we actually first understand what type of problem it is, present value calculation or future value calculation, and then go for the calculation. Let us take another example. How much should we save annually? Suppose you want to buy a car after 5 years when it is expected to cost rupees 9 lakhs. right? So once we draw the timeline, we can understand that my desire is to buy a car, right? At this point I want to buy a car when it is expected to cost 9 lakhs. When it is expected to cost 9 lakhs, that means the value is accumulating in future. Where I'm standing here today, right? And my desire is to buy the car after 5 years. So this is 1 2 3 4 5. So this is time 0, this is time 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5, right? So my question is that after 5 years the car cost is expected to be 9 lakhs. How much should you save annually? So I don't know how much should I save, I just want to know that how much should I save annually, so that my savings, if the savings earn 8% rate of interest, my savings will give me an amount equal to 9 lakhs, right? So here the future value is 9 lakhs which is given, right? So this is a future value of an annuity problem, because I just want to know that how much should I save annually. So if I write the problem, it must be like this: future value of an annuity is equal to annuity into f v I f a for 8%, for 8% and 5 years, 8% and 5 years. What I have here, I have this future value figure given, that is 9 lakh figure is given to me, right? That is equal to, I need to calculate annuity into, I just have to find out 8% 5 years value from the table. So let me go to the table, 8% 5 years value to the table. So let me check, do I have 8%? Yes, I have 8%. Do I have 5 years? Yes, I do have 5 years. So 8% 5 years value is 5.867. 8% 5 years value is 5.867. This is 8% 5 years value. I take the number from table, so 5.867, 5.867. So now I can calculate this unknown figure from this equation. Once I calculate, my annuity will become, that is 9 lakh divided by 5.867 will give me an answer of 1,53,400, right? So my answer is, if I can save 1,53,400 annually, then I can reach to that particular goal where I can earn, I will have enough money to buy a car, right? So just one particular note before I end, and that is in case of annuity due, what will happen in case of annuity due? So what is an annuity due? If the cash flow happens at the beginning instead of at the end of year 1, so cash flow happens at this point, in that is the case where we call it annuity due. Now this is fairly common. Suppose when you enter into a lease contract, the lease payment occurs at the beginning of the period. So that is what, suppose you start a recurring deposit. The idea is, I start recurring deposit by depositing an amount today, so the amount happens here, occurs here. So what is my calculation and how does it differ? My calculation will be like this. The only change in the formula for this is I have to future value of annuity in case of an annuity due. That means cash flow is starting at the beginning of year 1. Then my formula will change by just this. My ordinary annuity formula will remain same, and just I have to multiply that answer with 1 plus r. That will give me the case, the answer in case of annuity due. So that is what for future value of an annuity, that is I mean collectively from last video and this video. So if you have any doubt, I have referred to Prashanna Chandra's book of 5th edition, Financial Management Theory and Practice. So if you have any doubt, please mail me in this mail ID. Thank you.